Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mythbusters. Today I wanted to talk about cats and dogs, specifically which one is better. Unlike my other videos, today's will be a voiceover as I wanted to nail down the cold hard facts so I can be as unbiased as possible. And without further ado, let's jump right in! For starters, dogs and cats are simply too different to be compared directly to each other, leading me to compare them in 3 different categories to be more objective. Doing this makes it easier to come up with strengths and weaknesses as opposed to finding the objective best of the two overall. I'll be assigning and let me get this clear, opinionated point for each category, which will reflect my personal opinion based on the objective good. This means I'm not going to go on personal preference for all the points, but take the information and make my own opinion based on that. Our first category is going to be appeal. When wanting a pet, most people want a companion or something to keep them company when their partner, or lack thereof, isn't around. A dog can be great for this. A dog is easily entertained and typically responds to attempts to play with it. The simple game of catch is fun for both dog diehards and dog doubters. On the other hand, cats can be a metaphorical shoulder to lean on. While it's easy to just come home, throw something at the dog and say fetch, a cat will be there next to you through thick and thin. While I would say that both a dog and a cat are good for their own respective vibes, there is a strict point system and, unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a decision. And this point is going to go to dogs. Even though I would personally want a cat in more situations, most people would want a dog in more situations than they want a cat. Dogs can fit a both introverted and extroverted personality, where cats can't really fit both. Secondly, there's the time commitment. Dogs take a significantly more amount of time to manage than a cat. Dogs, at a very minimum, require you to feed them, bring them in and outside, clean up after them, and in most cases, train them. But someone with even a tiny bit of empathy will take dogs on walks, take the time to play with them, and use this as both entertainment for themselves and the dog. When you're looking at cats though, you see a sharp decline in the necessary time spent. You feed them, set up a cleaning system, and give them space to do their own thing. In recent cases, you can even automate cat cleanup, leading to significantly more time saved. Even though it might seem like you're not spending as much time with your cats, you can use the time you saved not training them and taking them on walks to spend the time that you want with them. And if you want, you can put a leash on your cat and bring them outside. I don't care. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go into a tiebreaker, and this point will go to cats. To break our tie, we will bring in our third and final category, cost. When raising a dog or cat, an adult will need to spend copious amounts of money on their desired pet. Even if you are not the person paying for your pet, the cost does affect everyone, and that can lead to less V-Bucks down the road. No one wants that. With dogs, you'll need to feed them different food throughout parts of their life. According to my extensive research, also known as Google, this will cost a lot. As much as I would love to spend the time to actually break down the numbers, the instructions are longer than my script and are therefore not worth my time. From what I gather though, this costs a lot of money. If you don't want to be replacing furniture every few weeks, buying puppies' toys is also a great idea. On the bright side though, as long as you don't have open space, cleanup is hassle-free. It's just 5 minutes of disgusting labor. Cats, on the other hand, cost much less to feed, and the instructions don't make my brain hurt with their length. Cats also don't need many toys. They typically tend to be chill and just lay around rather than crave things to keep them entertained. Just watch your sofas and beds though, they might have claw holes in them soon. Because of their lower cost and lack of personal bias, I have decided to give the point to cats, making them the overall victor and better pet to choose objectively. And while it might be proven by flawless science, might I add, that cats are better than dogs in almost every way, dogs are remarkably more iconic. When you think of the hallmark American family, do you think of a cat behind the white picket fence? No, you think of a dog. This, coupled with their more interactive personalities and overall stronger connection to humans, leads them to be a more compatible fit for most people. Though this is true of most people, I personally feel more connected to my cats, leading them to be the overall victor in my heart forever. Anyways, thank you all for listening to my TED Talk. Go buy a cat.